2002 BMW 525i. Today we're going to be replacing the rear brake pads on this one. So what you need to do is, I got the whole car jacked up. As you can see, this is the jack spot that I put it at. Then I got my, it's not really a jack stand, but it'll do. Got it jacked up right on the differential. So obviously you're gonna take the wheel out. When you take the wheel out, you got this little cover right here. So you just pry it out with a flat screwdriver here. So we go over here, and first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to take this little metal bracket clip out. So what you need to do is you need to grab a flathead screwdriver. Careful when you do this, it might hit you in the face. Gonna do the bottom one. There we go. She's out. And then if you look back here, let me turn the light on. If you go over here, we're gonna have this little cover right here. We're just gonna pry that out. Careful, don't lose that piece. Same as the bottom. You can pry it out right here. Now you got those two bolts here that we're gonna loosen up. This one takes a 7 Allen wrench. Is what it looks like. So the top one, we can take it off with no problem. So that's loose. The bottom one, if you go here, this control arm is going to be in the way. So what you need to do is you need to grab an extension. When you grab an extension, you have more leverage. Sorry about the shaky camera, guys. Then you can break it loose. If you have a longer extension, that'll help. So break that loose, and then you're gonna have your brake pad wear sensor here. On the dash, you have this, it says brake lining check. So take this piece out. We got our new brake sensor here, right over here. This is our new brake pads. I already put the driver's side on. So this brake pad sensor, you can grab pliers and pull it out. In this case, you won't care about breaking it off, so we're just gonna try to pry it out gently. I think I broke that piece. Yeah, definitely broke that off. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect. We have a 10mm here nut. Take that off. You'll have access to the brake pad connector, sensor connector. So this one is going to be the white one. So you have a tab right there that you just pull. Pressing that tab right here, and then it'll come right off. Then we can go ahead and remove the caliper. I'm going to show you that right now. All right, so we got those two bolts completely all the way out. This one and the bottom one right here. So we're going to go ahead and pry out the caliper. It's a little stuck in there. Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to dangle it from the brake line. Anyway, we got it out. It's the brake sensor. We're gonna put a new one in there. I broke that piece off. So what we're gonna do now is before we take this brake pad out, so you can see how worn out that is, we are gonna use this tool to compress that piston all the way back. So we're gonna let it sit like this. Okay, and we are gonna keep turning that caliper, that piston. We're gonna keep turning that tool to compress the piston back. Now keep in mind when you're doing this, you're pushing the old brake fluid back up. So this is the brake fluid reservoir. It's right underneath this little cabin filter box. So take that cabin filter box off. What you do is you just pry this out, and then you got a little screw that's attached right here, and then the whole thing will come out with the filter also. If you want to replace the cabin filter, go ahead and do that too. So we're gonna really take this cap off, and we're gonna keep an eye on that brake fluid, because the brake fluid comes back up when we're compressing this piston. So just keep turning this all the way until it stops. Keep turning it all the way down. All right, it's compressed all the way down, as you can see. Now we can pop this off. This is that's how your new brake pad sensor should sit. So this is the new one, and then the new sensor, we're just gonna slide it in here, but we're gonna go ahead and clean all this brake dust out first, and we're gonna put some grease here. This is the other old brake pad, so go ahead and take that out. Got a wire brush here. So what you want to do is you want to just scrape all that old brake dust out. Same for here, just clean it good, and then spray it with brake cleaner. And then we're gonna apply some grease right here, right here. Also, we're gonna put some right here too. So just do that, make sure you clean it good. And then I'm gonna show you how to install the brake pads with the new sensor. Right here. All right guys, so I got the new brake sensor. I slid the new brake sensor on the brake pad. Make sure it's facing this way. You see how it's pointed out right here, and the little clip is right here. Make sure you install it this way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and slide this in here. You can also put the brake pads on first, then you can slide the sensor after, but I've always done it this way. I don't know why. And we're gonna go ahead and clip a little piece into the piston, little bracket with 3 pointy thingy in the brake pads. All right, so we got the brake pad hooked up to the caliper in there. Now we're gonna put the whole caliper back on. This is the other new brake pad. Just put a little bit of grease in that. So we're gonna slide it in just like that. Make sure it sits all the way flush. Make sure that these little things are sticking out, or they're sitting the way they're supposed to. Check that out too. And then we're just gonna hand tight the bolts here until you feel it catch in the thread. So we're gonna hand tight the top one first until you feel it catching. That one is in, and then we're gonna do the bottom one. Okay, do the bottom one and then go ahead and tighten it. When you're tightening it, don't make sure it's not all the way tight. Just kind of hand tight it and then give it a few taps with a hammer. And then I'm gonna show you how to hook up this connector right here. All right, so the bottom one's tight. This one is tight. Like I said, just give it a few taps. You're supposed to hold it with your other hand, but just showing you really quick. Don't forget to put the cap back on here. And the bottom one, if I can find it. Okay, our sensor is still in there good. Alright, so first things first, this little piece lies in here. I'm gonna have to do it with 2 hands. Go ahead and hook this up. So you can see it slides in like that. Those little 2 pins, and these 2 pins go like that. Slide it all the way up until you hear it click, and then just hook it back up. So just hook it back up right there. Now we are gonna put, where's my little metal bracket? The one that flew away. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So the way to install this, you're gonna put, what I like to do is I like to start from the top, and then make, this is not it. So the bottom one is supposed to clip in all the way down like that. So what you want to do is you just want to tap it with a hammer until you hear it click. Make sure you don't forget to put this little sensor cap on like that, and that is it. If this video helped you, click like on that button. If you got any questions, comment below. Click on the subscribe button. Before you take it for a test drive, make sure you pump the brake pedal about 3-4 times before you crank up the car till you feel the brake pedal going up, or until you feel the brake pedal going hard. Then you can take it for a test drive. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.